condensed to approximately RTU 1,250 words, while preserving the original structure, pacing, examples, and CTA. Source script. You probably think you already know what I'm about to say. ChatGPT this, automation that, maybe something about selling prompts on some marketplace nobody actually uses. But here's the thing. Most of the content you've watched about making money with AI is already outdated, and some of it was never real to begin with. Today, I'm going to show you 5 specific ways real people are generating real income in 2026 using AI as their core tool, not side hustles that make $12 a month, actual income streams that can scale. And I'll tell you, up front, some of these will surprise you, and at least one of them might make you frustrated that you haven't started yet. Before we get into the list, let's be honest about something. AI has changed dramatically in the past year. The tools are smarter, faster, and easier to access than ever. Almost anyone with a laptop and internet connection can use them now, but that's also the catch. Because access is so open, the people winning are not the ones who simply use AI. They're the ones who use it strategically. There's a big difference, and that difference is exactly what we're breaking down across these 5 methods. Let's get into it. Number 1 is AI-assisted content production for local businesses. I know what you're thinking. Content creation, heard it before. But this is not about becoming an influencer or growing a personal brand. This is a B2B service model where you help local businesses produce consistent content using AI. Think restaurants, dental offices, law firms, real estate agencies, gyms, salons, accountants, med spas, and home service companies. These businesses need blog posts, social captions, email newsletters, Google business profile updates, promotional copy, and website content. Most owners either don't have time to create it, don't know how to do it well, or are paying too much for it from traditional agencies. That's where you come in. You offer a done-for-you monthly content package. It's cheaper than a big agency, but still very profitable for you because AI does much of the heavy lifting. The workflow is simple. You use a language model to draft content, an editing process to match the brand voice, and scheduling tools to automate posting. Once you build templates for one type of business, adding another client becomes much faster. You could manage 8 to 15 clients charging anywhere from $500 to $2,000 per month each. Once your systems are built, each client may only take a few hours per week. The key is to niche down hard. Do not try to serve everyone. Pick one industry and become known for that niche. Maybe you become the AI content specialist for independent gyms, or family law firms, or real estate agents in your city. When you specialize, your messaging gets sharper, your referrals get easier, and your results become more repeatable. This is not the flashiest AI business, but it is one of the most reliable. Number 2 is AI-powered digital products. This one has one of the highest income ceilings, but it's also where people make the most mistakes. The idea is to create and sell digital products like ebooks, templates, prompt libraries, mini courses, resource guides, workflow systems, or toolkits. AI helps you produce them much faster, then you sell them through platforms like Gumroad, Etsy, your own website, newsletters, or niche communities. This model is growing because of 2 things. First, AI lets you create useful digital products faster than before. What once took weeks of writing and design can now take days. Second, people are overwhelmed by generic information. They do not want another vague productivity ebook. They want something specific, practical, and ready to use. That's where most beginners get it wrong. They create something generic like the ultimate guide to productivity, price it at $7, and wonder why nobody buys. The products that sell are hyper-specific. Think of a Notion system for freelance videographers to manage clients and invoices, a prompted library for real estate agents to create listing descriptions and neighborhood guides, a workflow guide for Airbnb hosts to automate guest communication, a Canva template pack for fitness coaches launching a 6-week challenge. The narrower the product, the easier it is to explain the value and find the right buyer. Your AI workflow might include a language model for structure and writing, Canva, or another design tool for layout, and AI mockup tools for product images. But you are not just generating random text and putting it into a PDF. You still need research, judgment, and positioning. AI speeds up production. It does not replace the need for a real problem, a specific audience, and a product people actually want. Get the positioning right, and a digital product can keep selling for months or even years. Number 3 is AI voice and video content creation as a service. This includes faceless YouTube channels, AI voiceover production, AI-assisted editing, script writing, and short-form content for brands that need volume. There are 2 main paths here. Path A is the faceless YouTube channel model. You choose a niche that works well for informational or educational content, like personal finance, history, true crime, science, self-improvement, business stories, or technology. You use AI to research and write scripts, AI voice tools for narration, stock footage, and AI editing tools for visuals, and AI tools for thumbnails and metadata. You build a channel in a profitable niche, grow it to monetization, and then either keep it as an income stream or sell the channel once it reaches a certain size. Some people run multiple channels using this system. Path B is offering video production as a service. Brands need short-form videos for Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, LinkedIn, and paid ads. They need explainer videos, product demos, tutorials, educational clips, testimonials, and social proof content. Most businesses do not have the internal team to produce this consistently. So you create a productized service. Maybe you deliver 20 short-form videos per month. Maybe you create 4 long-form YouTube videos. Maybe you turn 1 podcast episode into 30 clips. AI helps you write, edit, caption, repurpose, and package the content faster. What makes this work now is that the quality of AI voice and video tools has improved dramatically. A clean AI voice with a strong script can outperform a poorly delivered human video. The technology is no longer the bottleneck. Your strategy, niche, offer, and creative direction are what matter. Path A takes longer but has compounding upside. Path B gives faster cash flow through client contracts. Many people combine both by using client revenue to fund their own channels while they grow. Number 4 is AI consulting and implementation. This is probably the highest earning per hour method on the list, and it is more accessible than most people think. Businesses everywhere are trying to figure out how to actually use AI in their operations. Not in theory, right now. They want to automate repetitive tasks, speed up marketing, reduce admin work, improve customer service, summarize internal documents, streamline sales follow-up, and make their teams more efficient. They know AI can help, but they do not know where to start, which tools to use, how to set them up, or how to measure results. You become the person who bridges that gap. You assess their operations, identify where AI can create quick wins, recommend tools, build workflows, train their team, and help implement systems using platforms like Make, Zapier, custom GPTs, CRMs, AI chatbots, and other no-code or low-code tools. And before you think, I'm not technical enough and understand this, most small and medium businesses do not need complex AI engineering. They need practical solutions. They need someone to connect existing tools, automate repetitive processes, create internal assistance, organize prompts, train staff, and build workflows that save time. These are learnable skills. Consultants in this space can charge from $150 to $500 per hour for strategy work, with implementation projects ranging from $2,000 to $20,000 depending on scope. The fastest way to become valuable is to combine AI knowledge with industry knowledge. If you understand law firms, e-commerce, healthcare administration, real estate, fitness businesses, or agencies, you already have an advantage. You know the pain points. AI just gives you new ways to solve them. The key to getting clients is proving results. Do not just talk about AI in general. Show a business how you saved 5 hours per week, reduced response times, increased lead follow-up, or improved content output. Even if your first project is small or low cost, turn it into a case study. Real-world proof is worth more than any certificate. Number 5 is building and monetizing an AI-powered newsletter or community. This is the longest game on the list, but it may be the most defensible. The idea is simple. Pick a specific professional or interest niche, build an audience around that niche, and use AI to help with curation, summarization, writing, research, personalization, and audience growth. Once you have the audience, monetization can stack. You can charge for a premium newsletter tier, you can sell sponsorships, you can create digital products, you can run a paid community, you can offer consulting or coaching, you can promote affiliate tools that are genuinely useful to your audience. The newsletters and communities doing well are not broad. They are specific: an AI newsletter for indie game developers, a weekly brief for independent financial advisors using AI, A community for Etsy sellers focused on AI-powered product photography and listing optimization. A newsletter for real estate agents using automation to get more listings. These creators are not necessarily famous, many do not have huge followings, but they have the right audience. A few hundred or a few thousand highly targeted subscribers can generate serious income when the niche and monetization model are strong. AI helps in two major ways. First, it reduces the time needed to produce consistent content. Curation, summaries, commentary, formatting, and research can be done much faster. Second, it helps with personalization. You can segment your audience, test content angles, and send more relevant material to different groups without needing a large team. This model will not usually make you $10,000 in your first month, but if you build consistently, it compounds. After 12 months, you have an asset. After 24 months, you may have a real business. Now, before I wrap up, let's address the reaction a lot of people have to this kind of content. They hear these ideas and immediately think, that sounds good, but it probably won't work for me. Too competitive. Not enough skills, don't know where to start. Already tried something similar. The competition concern is the most common, and it is also the most misleading. Yes, more people are using AI. Yes, more people are starting online businesses, but most are doing it with no strategy, no niche focus, and no consistency beyond the first few weeks. The market is noisy at the surface level, but it is not saturated at the depth level. Every method I described still has room for people willing to go deeper, get more specific, and operate consistently. The skills concern is real, but solvable. You do not need to be a programmer. You do not need to be a marketing genius. You need curiosity, the ability to learn, and the willingness to stop endlessly researching and start doing. If you have tried something before and it did not work, ask yourself two questions. Did you give it enough time, and were you specific enough? Most early failures in online business are not because the idea was bad. They happen because people quit too soon or try to serve too broad an audience. So here's a practical framework for choosing which method to start with. First, what knowledge, skills, or connections do you already have? If you know an industry well, methods 1 and 4 may be your best starting point. If you enjoy creating resources, method 2 may fit. If you like content systems, method 3 or 5 might be better. Second, what is your cash flow timeline? If you need income in the next 60 to 90 days, local business content, video services, or AI consulting are likely the fastest paths. Digital products can work, but they require strong positioning. Newsletters and communities take the longest, but they compound the most. Third, what kind of work do you actually enjoy? Client-based methods involve communication, sales, and service delivery. Product and content methods require consistency, creativity, and systems. Choose the one you can stick with long enough to make it work. Here's what I want you to do next. Before you click another video, pick one of these 5 methods, not the one that sounds most impressive, the one that fits your skills, timeline, and interests. Then spend the next 48 hours doing 3 things. Research the specific niche or client type you would focus on. Identify 2 or 3 AI tools central to that method and actually test them. Then find one real-world example of someone already succeeding in that space so you have a reference point. That's it. Not a full business plan, not a website, not a logo. Just 3 focused actions in 48 hours. Because the biggest gap between people who make money online and people who do not is not knowledge. It is the transition from consuming information to taking the first concrete step. So to recap, the 5 real AI income streams are AI-assisted content services for local businesses, AI-powered digital products, AI voice and video production, AI consulting and implementation, and AI-powered newsletters or communities. Each one has a path from zero to income, each one is accessible without advanced technical skills, and each one sits at the intersection of AI capability and real market demand in 2026. We are in a window right now. Not the experimental phase where only researchers had access, and not the fully saturated phase where every opportunity is already obvious. We are in the middle, where the tools are powerful, the demand is real, and most people still have not positioned themselves properly. The question is whether you will look back at this period wishing you had started sooner, or whether you will look back and remember the moment you actually moved. If you want me to go deeper on any of these methods, like the tools, workflows, pricing, client acquisition, or setup process, drop the number in the comments. 1 through 5, whichever method you want broken down in detail. And if this video gave you a useful idea or a new way to think about AI, share it with one person who could benefit from hearing it. I'll see you in the next one.